you lovely people, welcome to the channel. Many of you after the Damiano performance at Sanremo 2025 asked me to check out the cover evening, Giorgia and Annalisa, that apparently won this contest. I didn't know they were doing this. I mean, I left Italy almost 26 years ago, so a lot of things have changed. I'm not up to speed, so let's go check this out together, shall we? Also, if you see a blur or, you know, all this type of stuff is because probably the video gets blocked otherwise. Giorgia, is this the same Giorgia that I remember in the 90s?
This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. I've run and dreamed this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away, I'm stolen. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together at Skyfall.
Okay, I gotta stop every now and then, otherwise we get blocked anyway. So I have to say, first of all, with the orchestra live, sounds absolutely fantastic. And I remember Giorgia, if it's the same Giorgia from the 90s, mid-90s, I remember she did something also with Bocelli, a version of this other popular song in that period in the mid-90s. So, great voice, great crooner, powerful voice. Actually, I think very similar to Adele, or Adele very similar to Giorgia, because even though Adele probably is more popular, it is more popular worldwide, but she came afterwards. So, Giorgia, great singer. That's what I remember. Annalisa, I don't know much. I think I might have done one reaction because I think I remember I did an Italian artist that was really huge in Italy. And I think was Annalisa. This one. So both great voices, man, so wonderful control, and this is a live performance, so I'm like, okay, wow.
Skyfall is where we start. A thousand miles and poles apart. When words collide and days are dark, you may have my number, you can take my name, but you never have my heart. The sky falls when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. The sky falls when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together at Skyfall.
Man, those beautiful runs in falsetto she's doing, and then like, okay, just give me a second, all right? Just give me a second here, because this is pretty cool. I mean, if I swear to God, you don't swear to God, but anyway, if I didn't know, right, I would think this was a studio version. It sounds really impeccable. Like both of them, like absolutely wonderful pitch, perfect pitch. Like, wow, what a control, what everything. They bounce to each other like in a spectacular way. So maybe the only thing you can say is that I'm not a native speaker either, so you hear an accent when I speak, obviously, and that's the only thing I can detect, right? Because I can detect that maybe some diction would have been, better in a certain way to try to get some of the words, but it's just, it's really nothing in that way. For the rest, I'm like, wow, this is studio version quality, right? And like they bounce off each other, everything is perfect, man. The timing, everything, the way they're responding, the choruses, I'm like, Jesus. Wow.
Where you go, I go. What you see, I see. I know I'd never be me without the security of your loving arms. Keep me safe from harm.
Nice.
Put your hand in my hand and we'll stand. The sky falls, the sky falls. When it crumbles, we will stand tall, face the old together. Let the sky fall, let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall, we will stand tall and face it all together at Skyfall. Let the sky fall. We will stand tall at Skyfall.
Wow. Man, Annalisa has a really bright voice. She has a lot of breath. And I think Giorgia is holding on a little bit, or maybe it's not anymore in her prime. But still, when she chooses, right, to belt, right, you really hear that there is much more, the tone is much more thick. Still bright, bigger. And I love that. It's just these details, but she's not, she's not trying to go overboard, like she's just doing her part, and actually Annalisa is doing more in that sense. She's being much more like playful with the song, and it seems she has also much more breath. All right, one thing, like one looks tall and the other one, like one looks taller than the other, but in reality they're both like probably 150 and 153 with heels. All right, joking aside, 10 out of 10 performance, honestly. 10 out of 10, both of them, absolute. Also the orchestra, I think the orchestra was playing this song, correct me if I'm wrong. Also the orchestra, wonderful, on the background doing this whole lifting, beautiful voices. So I'm really happy they did this, and frankly I'm happy that if this gets a little bit more international attention for Giorgia, because Giorgia is very famous in Italy already for 30 years, and I think deserves a little bit more international fame. She's a great singer, at least as long as, I don't know much about her career in terms of if she wrote any songs. As a singer, great singer for sure. 10 out of 10. I'm out.